Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. Today we have two special guests here from our friends of the Fitchburg Public Library, and their used book sale is back. Yes, I'm here to tell you it is back. Took a hiatus because you didn't donate enough books. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're watching you. Sharon and Diane, thank you so much for taking the time to be out here, maybe walk across the parking lot.
Yeah.
We were just talking about walking. Thank you for walking over here. That means I better walk myself over to this book sale coming up. But welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Let's just start. If people are not familiar that there's a Friends of the Fitchburg Public Library, well, you're missing out. So tell us a little bit about what the Friends do for the library.
Well, Diane should talk about it because she has been a founding member.
Well,
Yes.
Well.
Yes.
well, the Friends of Fitchburg Library, we try to support the library any way we can, using funds from the used book sale. You'll find an underlying theme with most of our members that they grew up going to the library, and so they have quite a love of the library and what it all has to offer. And so I think that the volunteers that we have who sort the books and move the books before our sales are vital to the used book sales that we do. Probably we'll do them twice a year in the coming years because our February sale has not usually had enough books to make it worthwhile to have a sale. But we support the library. We've started giving like treats to the librarians 4 times a year so that they know that we appreciate all that they do. And then we support the summer reading program. We support some of the other programs that Wendy, the director, has stipulated that she could use help from us.
Yeah, the outreach efforts. I know that you guys have been part of the outreach efforts out in the community, which is awesome as well. So I know there's been a big push to be out and about as well, just as much as we want to get people down here into the library. So it's an awesome thing. As far as the used book sale, you need the donations of books, right? I mean, that's where it starts. So why is it important to really donate the book? And I'm looking at the website here. It says, give your book a new chapter. This is smart.
Yeah, right. Well, you read these books and you love these books, but you can't keep them. You'll end up with thousands of books in your house.
You end up with a library at your house.
Yes, you do. And people do that. We're picking up, if you've got a large number, we'll come pick them up. And we have got some people that are moving and they are cleaning out their books, but we want good books. We don't want those books that have been in your basement for 30 years that are moldy.
I was going to say, they have a little bit of must on them, a little bit of dust on them.
Or they're ripped, or, and it's amazing what people think that is a good book. But
well, used, right? The used category gets probably skewed just a tiny bit, but that's okay.
But we're known for having a clean book sale, and we get booksellers that come in, and we're more than willing to sell them books. We don't care who buys the books.
The first year that the library opened, beautiful library opened, in the time that I've been here, and your first book sale that you had, and seeing those sellers show up, I was blown away. I was standing in line. We were filming it. We were live. We did a live shot. Anyway, it was very interesting. I was blown away. And they just scanning and doing all. It was amazing.
Well, they buy like $500 worth of books at a time.
Right.
And we want to sell the books. We want the money for the library. And as Diane said, everything that we make goes to the library. And I think people would be surprised to see it's $25,000. I mean, that we're able to give to the library that benefits all of us.
Well, and you never know what the needs are at the library.
No.
I mean, I think of the poor chiller that, that was not a cheap expense.
No.
And things happen, at any building, at any, the upkeep thing. But the programming, too, I think the ability that you guys have contributed to the outreach programs and beyond, I think those little things just make some big impacts. And I think that's what it's all about.
And we don't pay for maintenance type things or big, our taxes cover that. This is to cover things for Especially kids. Especially
Yeah.
the kids.
Well, and you think the library's changed over the years. We've talked about that
Yeah.
when we have the librarians and just how it's transitioned. But it's still good to put a book in somebody's hand,
Oh
right?
my
Right.
gosh, yes. Yeah.
And new technology. I mean,
Yeah.
we gave money for these little Tonys that in the Tony boxes for children this last year. And I know my niece, her daughter, just loves the Tony box. And she can go to bed with that, and she can watch Cinderella play on top of the Tony box and read her a story. And it's the new technology that maybe their budget doesn't stretch as far to make those things happen for
Yeah,
children.
I mean, you're filling in the needs where
Yeah.
Right.
the needs are, and those needs are forever changing, so you never know what
Yep.
you're going to need. And again, if you haven't set foot in the library yet, you're missing out. I mean, we've got a beautiful
Oh,
library. We were
gorgeous
very
li-
fortunate, excuse me, on what it is, not just biased, though biased a little
Yeah.
bit, but
And you know, the Friends were around before the library was even built.
they were.
They were in a room where.
I have video of this.
Do you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was
oh,
there.
Yeah.
And
I
yeah,
was there.
Diane worked there.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
living here then, and but I would go to their sales, and I mean, these were women going in 2 or 3 times a week to sort books. Now
Right.
we've got a very large volunteer group that does this, but there were many ladies that started it all out.
All right. Well, let's get to the sale itself. So the sale is coming up starting June 26th. Break it down for us. What are we looking at for dates, times, and don't forget the bag sale.
So Thursday, we have our sale from 4 to 7. And then Friday from 11 to 5. And Saturday is 10:30 to 2. We changed those hours a little bit, but it is all day bag sale. $5 for a grocery bag full of books.
And that's new.
And that is
I was going to
new.
say, usually it was like a short period
Yes,
of time, wasn't
right,
it?
right.
I'm keeping an eye on that market there. Eyeing up that Saturday, although I have some books that I probably should be bringing into the book sale. Ongoing basis, if people want to donate books, first off, they can always donate any time of year, correct?
Correct. And we have donation boxes by the daily sales area. There's an area when you walk into the library, there's daily sales where you can buy a book every day of the week.
I was just going to ask you that question.
Yeah. And
In
then
case you
there-
missed the book sale,
Yeah,
there's
that's
a place
right.
where you
Yeah.
can
Right.
still get a book.
And we have a volunteer that takes care of that. And then down in the garage, there's garage parking. And I think many people don't know that there is because this garage door is shut. You pull up to the garage door and it opens. And you
Why are
can
giving
park
the
there.
secret away right now.
Well,
How dare you?
and there's a donation bin there. So you want to hear about the process of what happens once those books are donated?
The sorting process?
Well, yeah.
I want you to invite us to come out and film that because I would love to show people what that looks like someday. So I will put it on hold today.
Okay.
And how about we come and we show
It's
people?
too bad. We're Diane and I going over there after this. We got a whole.
I have like 10 other interviews today, but as soon as those are done, I'll send Nick over. Poor Nick. No, I do think people should see that because
We
it's
should
an
do it.
incredible process. And if you haven't ever been to the book sale, it is. I mean, you have for everybody, and I'm not joking around. It from the beginning of time to the end of time, you've got it all there for people, which I think is really helpful if you're really trying to search for something. And then do you do DVDs and those sorts of things
We
as
do
well?
DVDs and CDs. Yep.
Fantastic.
They're included in the bag sale.
Ding, well, I'm not allowed to bring it anymore
Yeah.
home. My wife will kill me, but that's a different story. All right, if people want to stay in touch with what's going on with the library, how can they follow you guys and or reach out if they have questions or donations or books to donate?
So details are at www.friendsoffitchburglibrary.com.
They have a pretty nice website. I'm on here right now, so it works really well.
And just, like we said, we want nice books. We don't want dictionaries or Bibles or encyclopedias. And really, self-help and tech books, anything over 5 years old is obsolete. And so we have to recycle them because we don't want to be giving out books that aren't current.
Sure.
Now fiction, we'll take all that fiction.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that you could say that was fiction. Some of the text stuff back then.
Some of it does, especially the political stuff, does look like fiction.
It does change from time to time, certainly. Well, thank you both so very much. I hope people take advantage of the sale. I know they will. Again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, June 26th through the 28th. The information's on the website. They also have information on the website about the donations, about the type of books, and the quality of what you're looking for. So if you don't remember from what you just heard here, check that out.
Can I make one more plug?
One more plug. Hit us.
Friends of Fitchburg Library is sponsoring a story time in the sun at McKee Farms Park on August 16th from 10 to noon. We're going to do a story hour kind of thing and have treats and activities and things like that. So if you're at the Agora Art Fair and you want to bring your kids over to McKee Farms Park, we'll be there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice meeting you both, and appreciate you stopping by, and I will take you up on the offer to come and see the process, and we'll share that process with folks so they know just what goes into making this sale so successful.
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Thank you both very much.
Bye.
Thank you.